program that you are offering, and can they expect some employment? Although you've mentioned it, many Kenyans out there, or any other person who wants to join the industry, what is the expectation? In what fields are they going to apply for jobs when they finish your 5 month program? Maybe just tell our viewers out there. I can see so many people watching, and guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Leo. You can also post your questions for Daktari here. You'll be able to answer you real time. This is a live coverage of this particular edition. So, Daktari, please, can
Yeah.
you tell us about the
Okay.
5 month program?
Yeah. Thank you. 5 month program is offered by Sevenet. Sevenet is a EdTech company, um, which is registered in US. And the main reason was to bridge the gap or technological gap um, to African and people from Africa. This was due to the fact that there was a gap in terms of technology, especially if you grew up in Kenya and you're living in America. The Americans were much ahead, advanced, because they were exposed to this thing long before us, and so there was a gap that we saw, and that's why we started, offering this training. So we do this through data analytics, AI training, coding classes for kids, under the age of 17 to 6 years. We do this because we feel that we need to bridge that gap. So we do provide access to high quality training that equips learners with technical expertise as well as career readiness. So we start from training them to offering internship to attaching them to career service that supports them in either getting a job, preparing them to be able to be ready for American job market. And so we start from, just in basic concept, like what is AI and what is data analytics. And then we move to data management tools, and that include Excel, SQL or SQL, and of course statistical analysis. Then data visualization and storytelling tools that include Power BI and Tableau. Then we go to Python basics and machine learning fundamentals. So somebody want to know what are the basic of machine learning. Those are terms that we hear them, and sometimes they can become very difficult to be able to understand. So we are going to learn about that in this training. We're going to look at how what are AI tools that are being applied in businesses, and every industry, like I'm saying, is affected by AI as well as data analytics. So what are these tools that are being used in the industry that can support you as a professional in your training? So this takes 5 months, 5 months including technical training, internship, as well as career service, where we work with our partners to be able to support you in job placement, working with you to work on your resume, prepare you for interview, look at what are jobs opportunities available. But again, the most important thing I also want to make people understand that it's not guaranteed that you get a job after training. What makes the difference is that how well are you equipped? How well have you mastered the skill? It calls for dedication. Our training runs for 4 days every week. Uh, if you if you're in US, then it's Monday through Thursday. Classes happen mostly in the evening when people are back home after work. If you're in Kenya or Africa, then it's morning hours. So it depends on the whether there's they like daylight savings and or not. But it's from 5, sometimes 6, for 2 hours. That is assuming you're in Kenya, then it's gonna be Tuesday to Friday morning. So 4 days a week. It runs for 5 months, and I say those 5 months include technical training, career service, and internship as well. The next intake, if you allow me to say, it's happening this month actually. So we're in November on 12. So 12 days away from now. on 12th November 2025, we're going to have our next intake. I'm calling upon everyone who is interested, who want to learn about AI analytics. Your family friends, you have a family member who may be interested, please ask them, share with them this information, and we're looking forward to having you. Please do not start in the next year without learning AI and data analytics. Make a resolution. That's the best thing you can do to yourself, so that you don't feel like left behind.
All right, Dr. I have one of my viewers and listeners who is in the studio. He has already posted a question, but I would love Leo to ask the question. Leo, if you are available, please, I want you to ask the question in person here in the studio. Oh, thank you, Leo. Leo,
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud
Yeah,
and
can you
clear.
hear me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Mzalendo, and greetings to Dr. Mark Ouma.
Yeah.
I really appreciate his initiatives and his online trainings, what he's doing as far as creating awareness on this thing called AI. You know, most people outside there, when you talk of AI, just as you mentioned, they think of ChatGPT, and they also think of creating some imaginary images that we see, maybe some images that are used to falsify events. But now, as a perspective of a teacher, you know, we are using AI specifically maybe to do things like lesson planning, or also when you want to create some interactive lessons. But there's this issue that comes out whenever maybe you have some teachers around and you want to talk to them about AI. And they will always say that, you know, AI is going to like make the learners lazy, such as when you give them some homework using the ChatGPT, they can be able to get all the answers. So when they come back to class, they are not able to support the answers and such kind of things. And people are also saying that maybe in the near future, AI is going to face off the physical teachers in the classroom, because why would we be having teachers in the classroom if the AI can do everything? People try to see a situation whereby maybe we are going to have parents just buying the laptops and having internet around. Then they get some programs that are just going to teach the students back at home without taking them to school. So how, as an expert, how do you maybe put this in the right perspective and try to maybe convince and enlighten people that, you see, this AI is not going to face off the human who are doing the work, and instead it is going maybe to advance and help them improve on their teaching skills and techniques. So maybe that one will really be appreciated if we'll shed some light on it.
So let me start with the teachers. One thing I want to tell you is that just like in other industry, and I just mentioned that in the next 4 to 5 years, about 300 million jobs, including teachers, will be affected. So there will be restructuring. Some jobs will be created, some jobs will be lost. I'm not sure about the teachers, but I want to tell you that the best a teacher can do right now is to be part of this AI revolution. Don't just sit there. If you are doing a normal way of teaching, how about you add some skills to yourself that makes you more competitive, that can help you be able to use the AI and understand some of the concepts that, that otherwise would take you hours to do. Now, I tell you this. So you talk about student being lazy. Anyone who has gone through PhD level will tell you sometimes it's very difficult. It takes years and years and a lot of frustrations to be able to do a research, present your document to any panel for defense. What AI has done is to make those difficult tasks easier so that people can concentrate on what they're doing. So imagine if you are a teacher or a doctor, and you have to juggle between going to work, saving lives, and doing your research. So you spend hours going through the books. Then this time would otherwise be spent, trying to save lives. And AI comes in and gives you option that instead of going to the library, going through books, AI can be able to get this information to you in a matter of minutes. Now, It depends on how people use it. If you're using it to be able, like when you're doing research, you have to read thousands of books. And you may read 10 pages only to get a small section of the part that you're looking for. So you spend the whole like 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours only to find something that would take you otherwise 1 minute. But you don't know where it's located. So you have to go through that. And then if you're able to prompt using AI, and then AI will be able to get this information not just from one book, but from different books. Okay, which were published where you are, where you're not able to be, and you may not be physically able to get that book. That AI would be able to do that. Now, the problem comes in when you don't understand and process this and be able to understand it in a way that you can put it in your own context or your understanding. So if AI can be able to support that, and you'll be able to understand and probably understand this in a better way because there's a collection of so many things that you've had. And so I think AI should be part of what makes us work easier, should be able to help us save time on otherwise things that would take us more time. How it's being used is what need to be regulated. And I think there was one thing about ethical use of AI. And I think even in the institution, there's some, like he says, you can't write using AI. They will be able to know this is written by AI. And so then how you're using it is what makes the difference. I don't know, but I think when I was in school, the calculators were not being accepted to be used in school. Today they are. Does it mean that these guys have become more, let me say, quote, stupid than we were? No. I think let's look at what is more important to you right now as a person. Do you focus on wondering how to add 1+1, or how to be able to use a technology that can be able to support you adding 1+1, so that you can focus on the main serious things than just focusing on adding 1+1?
Wow, Dr. I think Leo, you've been answered. I mean, that is a very important question, Leo, being that you are a teacher and some are also abroad trying to impact knowledge. I think AI to me, it has made work easier, but again, it has made people lazier because you get every other information on just a click of a button. You get every, even constructing a sentence, Daktari. You know, with the age of AI, I don't have to think through a sentence. It will construct it for me very very fast. Does that is it making learning more accessible and easier, or it is making a group that is so dependable on AI?
Okay. So I think the challenges we are facing right now are also different from what the challenge that we faced then. The world is moving so fast that people thinking of going to the moon and leaving the space and all that. Um, Things are changing so fast. Uh, People want to make life easy for them. You know, I remember learning something in physics, making work easier. But they were the like hydraulic or some kind of more manual things. Everyone wants to find time to focus on other things, and the challenges are different. Life has also changed. So if you're living where I live and where you live in US, the expenses have skyrocketed. Like they have gone high. And sometimes you have to do 2 jobs, 3 jobs to be able to keep up with the bills.
Yeah.
So the focus is, would you spend time doing one thing that will take you more time, or you use AI tools that you can finish one thing? So assuming you're a student and you're working and doing all that and take care, okay. So if there's a way AI can support you in doing all that and save time, why not, right? For me, I think I would just going back to what I was saying is how AI is being used. People are probably becoming lazy. But again, what are the benefits that you're getting from using AI? To me, I think there are more. I have a problem when people cannot construct sentences. That everything that you have to use AI. Then I have a problem with that. AI should be able to enhance